Ever wonder what Pewdiepie would look like as a VTuber? Well, so have I, and here's a design concept for what I think he might look like. Howdy bitch, I'm Shade, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing to join the haunt. Alright, this is the last episode of designing popular YouTubers as VTubers. However, I may revisit it again later. In this video, as told by the intro, I'm going to be designing Pewdiepie as a VTuber. I'll also be trying a new method of a speed paint video where I yap while the speed draw goes on in the background instead of music, because I'm tired of the videos getting copyright claims even when the music says it's supposed to be copyright free. I'll talk about this more in the speed paint section. There will also be a quiz available, so you can let me know which one you like better. Brainstorming. Like in the previous videos, I started with brainstorming in my journal. For content, he used to be a past gamer, but nowadays, Pewdiepie does whatever the fuck he wants, and vlogs. For some theme ideas, I brainstormed some monarchy themes like crowns due to him being the king of YouTube, Japanese street fashion due to his current dwelling in Japan, and hands or fists inspired by his old logo. As for colors, I had the idea for a royal magenta instead of purple, and gold because purple and gold were symbols of royalty, black and red from his current logos, and the blue from his old logos. With the notes in my journal, I moved over to making a Millinote board. The Millinote board I ended up with was this. I wanted to use the Japanese street fashion by implementing a kimono-style shirt and those lounge pants that I have no idea what they're called. For details, I had the idea to do subtle details like hidden crowns or small icons of previous and current logos like the waves. With my Millinote board and concept color palette, I moved on to sketching. For his face, I was heavily inspired by the art he got as a gift from when he toured an animation studio in Japan. For the outfit, I came up with this sketch and these color options. One is a blue and red version of his wave pattern, and the other is inspired by Japanese Zen gardens, where they rake waves around rocks and trees. From the sketches, I pulled the outfit sketch into Ibis Paint on my iPad to finalize the color palette. For a concept color palette, I came up with having a royal magenta instead of purple. While Felix does have purple in his logo a few times, he usually leans for a warm pinkish red color. However, since my Markiplier design has a lot of pink and red, I wanted to do something different, so I decided to do magenta for Felix. I added blue for his eye and his old Brofist logo, gold for his hair, and to tie in the subtle monarchy theme. Then, lastly, red and black from his current logos. I first blocked out the colors next to each other to test the values. Just from laying down the magenta, I really didn't like the solid color across the whole shirt, and adding the waves didn't help it either. So I combined both my ideas for the shirt, the color block waves on the sleeves and the Zen garden-like waves on the bodice of the shirt. After rearranging the colors and adjusting the values so similar values weren't too similar, I ended up with this final palette and placement. Now that the color palette was finalized, I moved into Clip Studio Paint for the speed paint. Like I said in the prelude, as I'm sure you've also already noticed, in this video I'm doing something a little bit more different while the speed paint goes. I've had a number of my videos get the music claimed after they go up. I'm a small fish and don't have the energy nor time to deal with them if they're just scams, and I usually cut out the music and replace it. I've seen a couple YouTube artists just talk while they draw, so instead of music in this one, I'm just talking. I do have a couple music tracks that haven't been hit, so I may just continue using those tracks in my videos, no matter the subject. Moving on to the art, I have to say I struggled a bit with this design. It was from procrastination and outside causes. In my house, I recently had 2 things flood, and I've been dealing with the finances of going to college, so I've been busy. I unfortunately get stressed pretty easily when things are not in my control, and with floods, especially when they were the washer, can be very vexing. I was also supposed to be on vacation while working on this piece, but floods and the YouTube algorithm being a demanding brat does not let that happen. Back to the art. I started with the line art. I was originally going to do an open kimono, but as I was doing the line art, I figured that a closed kimono would show the wave design a lot better. I also added little crown earrings because it's my art and I do what I want. I also noticed I leaned more into doing the eyes a little more realistic, which I'm not displeased by. I will say the baggy pants were hard for me to draw and shade. Clothing folds are something I need to improve in my art skills. I kinda hopped all around the place with this artwork, more so than my usual process, but I'm still very pleased with the finished design. I really like the waves on the kimono and the little designs within it. It reminds me of the minimalist wave art I was taught as a middle school freshman. I can't for the life of me remember what it was called though. For the designs between the waves, I did a crown on his right shoulder and his old bro fist within the letter P logo. Also, my favorite one is the Morse code for the letter P, which kinda looks like a face to me. I was gonna do a graphic in every section of the kimono, but with the lines I felt that would be too cluttered. Shading. Anyways, here's the finished design. And the last YouTuber as VTuber's design I'm doing. The art will soon be up on my Tumblr for y'all to get a better look at. I'm also interested in redesigning a few of the YouTuber alter egos. If y'all'd like to see that, let me know in the comments. Again, there will be a poll if you like the music over yapping during speed paints, or if you don't care either way, let me know too. Expect part 2 of my manga shelves video coming out next month, and I have a 2-part series about planning an infection AU in the works too. If you're interested in that, stick around. Anyways, that's all from me for now. Leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you loved it to join the haunt. I'll see y'all in the next video. Stay spooky. Bye bye.